Back at Happy Valley for the first time of the new season on Wednesday night. Welcome to Racing to Win with the 8 races coming up. We're going to preview it for you all on the show and get a little update too and see how one of the champs of Hong Kong racing is tracking along. Boys in the studio, Paul Lally and Tom Wood. And Tom, Zach Purton off to a flyer at Sha Tin.
Yeah, 4 winners on Sunday, Mark. Hello to you and everyone. Yes, 4 winners for Zach. He took the feature with Ka Ying Rising, the Chief Executive's Cup. How impressive was he on Sunday at Sha Tin? But a good program coming up. A few lighter numbered races coming up early on in the card, but the better races certainly come up later on.
They do indeed, the last 2 being Class 3s. Paul Lally is here as well. Paul, are there jackpots?
There's some good ones, pretty similar to the jackpots that we did have on the weekend, with 23 million going into the triple trio, and we did have a bit of that jackpot through the weekend for next week as well. But 23 million there, 6 million in the 6-up win bonus, and also 1 million going to that last race, the quartet first 4 merge pools. Very popular, that one.
It is. So that is what is coming up as far as this week. We're going back, Tom, to the back of last season to see who were the outstanding performance at Happy Valley, and looking firstly at the top 5 jockeys, and Zach Purton led the way over Karis Thiessen.
Yeah, 47 for Zach, as you'd expect it to Happy Valley. He rides the circuit so well. Karis Thiessen 35, Hugh Bowman 29, Angus Chung 25, and Harry Bentley making the top 5 list there as well, 22. A lot of the jockeys seem to well, we know they come out and around them at Happy Valley, but a lot last year was certainly cutting the corner, and I think that made a difference to a few of their totals.
Track's looking a picture with a number of weeks that they've had to get it in tip-top shape. Paul, Danny Shum beat Casper Founds 33-31 last time.
Yeah, I'm sure Casper will be trying to get that mantle back, but we know Danny Shum always starts well in the season, and that reflected on the weekend as well, where he did actually win the Trainers' Challenge with 34 points and had a couple of wins there. So I wouldn't be. He's got one that looks a standout anyway on Wednesday night for sure.
And that horse, Paul, is Packing Power, who comes up in race 3 shortly.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be very, very short. He'll be the taxi driver's tip for sure for Wednesday night. But look, Reliable Profit's been running pretty well recently. Foremost Teddy, Lightning Bolt. He can put in the odd good ones, and Helene Warrior will have his supporters.
Yeah, hopefully he can just settle a bit better in the run. He can get a bit fierce and pull from time to time. It's hard to believe that Packing Power went off at 2-1 on debut. You won't get that tomorrow.
No, exactly right. This is what he's done, Tom. Yeah, 1 start, 1 win. We're going to go back now and see how he did that, and also have a look at the trial that he has had leading into Wednesday night. But this is the debut back on the 5th of June, just given 1 start by Denny and then put away after that. Yeah,
so he raced here over the 1,200 metres. There was a bit of moisture around this night as well. You can see there was some cut in the track, and he set up on the outside of 1 for all here and was really able to kick away strongly over the final stages. 23.89 for his closing sectional there. Margin at the line was a length and a half, but it certainly could have been a bit more, Paul.
Yeah, definitely. One with plenty in hand, and he looked very professional on his debut. Sometimes those horses can just get tripped up a little bit with the lights at Happy Valley for the first time. He had no problems.
What about his trial since, Paul? He ran 3rd in it. Did you like what you saw from this trial?
Yeah, look, he seems to have come on really nicely from last season. He's summered well, and he did what he had to do here. He sort of stretched out nicely without being really pushed out at all. And it was a really nice maintenance trial leading into Wednesday night's feature.
Of course, the horse that won the trial was Super Fortune. He was a winner on Sunday at Sha Tin, and Chevelle Valiant in that trial as well, who got out to a big lead. He wasn't too far away, also down the straight. So the trial form seems to have stacked up there.
So that's one race we're not covering on the show, but he is probably the standout, most interesting runner of the meeting. Romantic Warrior, Tom, thought we'd catch up and see where he is at leading into the new season. He worked with Victor, the winner, recently.
Yeah, both Group 1 winners from the Danny Shum barn while we're on the Danny Shum roll here. And look, he's been in work for a little while now. He's had several gallops. This was a partner horse the other day, and looks in fine order, Paul, for I think a comeback in November.
Yeah, that seems to be the score with him. And yeah, Victor, the winner, who he galloped with, looked quite good as well. So a good hit out for both those two.
He's off to Japan too, Victor, the winner, isn't he?
He's had a trial, has Victor, the winner, too, at Chung Fa Romantic Warrior with that November run. The likely target we are yet to see at the trial. So that's the Danny Shum program part of the show. We're going to move on now to Wednesday night. 8 turf races on the A course, and the first race gets underway at 10 minutes past 7 o'clock. The 2 races we feature, races 7 and 8, the Class 3s over the 1650 and the 1200 metres. Race number 7 has Hamron at the top of the book. Crossover noseband goes on. Tongue tie comes off him. He races well fresh. Romantic Lau's been in good form when we last saw him. He's had just the one trial. Lavero, he found form switching across to the turf last season. Helene Warrior, he carries an extra 6 pounds on what he did in that win 2 starts ago. We have got Samarkand, who's had 2 trials. Comet Splendido aiming for the hat trick. He comes back up into Class 3 and he has won in this grade previously. Glorious Journey is a winner. Setanta likes the pace on. He's had 2 trials, as has I Can, who is eligible for the class drop. Speed here, Paul, comes from Lavero, Samarkand. No, I Can has pace, but so do a few inside of him.
Yeah, so he might just struggle a little bit to get across. He's drawn on the outside there. Galvanic should be able to slot into a nice enough position, and he ran well last time. Tom said earlier on about Helene Warrior can be a little bit fierce, so he'll try and slot on there and get a run. Hammer on one at this meeting last season. Back to Setanta, who likes to get back, and Ivy legs drawn wide. He's going to have to go all the way back as well.
We start with an interview. Read the runner, Romantic Lau. Nick spoke to his jockey, Derek Long.
Derek Long, Romantic Lau, one of your rides on Wednesday. Just a small book for you, but a pretty select-looking one. This horse finished last season in very good form. You must be looking forward to getting back on board.
Yes, the horse carries form pretty well. I have one try at Chongfa. The try is a bit short for him, so didn't show much. And yeah, compared after that trial, it's been a bit improved. And tomorrow we don't have a good draw, but just try to go smooth on him and try to get to finish.
Derek, you're the right man to ask about this horse's form because you didn't ride him last time. The horse you actually rode was Flamingo Trillion, who beat him. So you sort of got the best of both worlds, being able to ride him and this guy. How strong is that form? Because Flamingo Trillion's a good horse.
Yes, well, I'm very lucky I can get back on him. Thank you for the support. And the horse been on form for some time, and he's very honest, and he just keep fighting.
He's coming back in trip, Derek, as well. I know this is his first run of the season, so 18 last time out. Is 1650 his best trip?
Well, I think he can. I think 1650 is no problem for him, and just only first start up, so I think it's quite good for him.
I mean, another positive would be that he has won first up in the past as well, so that's obviously quite pleasing to know.
Yes, well, he only have a small break during the off season, so he won't lose his form too much. So after one try, he slightly improved. He was getting better and better, but I'm sure he still went good.
He's £10 higher than his last win, Derek. I mean, obviously, for his consistency, the handicapper has to continue to sort of edge him up a little bit. Do you think there's a bit more still to come from him, even though he is a bit higher now than his last win?
Yeah, well, in the beginning season, it's not very important. Just depends on the fitness.
Does indeed. What about your fitness? You're looking forward to getting back into the swing of things. Obviously, we've had the one meeting already at Sha Tin, but I imagine you've been looking forward to the new season. Everything's been good in the off-season for you?
Yes, well, I'm looking forward for the new season. Now, I only have 2 seconds last Sunday. Try to get back to the winning circle. Just keep going.
There's Derek. Do you think Romantic Lau, Paul, can get on the winners list, though?
Look, I didn't include Romantic Lau. I think he's from barrier 9. He just might be a place further back than he would like to be. He found a sort of form towards the back end of last season. But look, I'm happy to watch him in this.
He's a horse that did win last season, fresh up, albeit it was in October. He covered ground early in that mid-race last time out, but really did dash home strongly there. And he had a quiet trial up at Chungfa, so maybe he's not the worst here.
In good form, Tom, is this horse Comet Splendido. Now, we haven't seen him obviously this season. He's had just the one trial. Alfie Chan getting quite a number of opportunities early in the year with that £5 claim.
Yeah, another ride for Danny Shim. He's already had a couple this season through that opening meeting already, and he did have a place getter the other day. The horse has gone up £12 in the off-season. He's off a rating of 67. Easy last win for him down the outside. Put them away stylishly with Zach Purton on board. Did pull up with blood in the trachea, and he's another one that's had a quiet trial, but only a one-time winner in this grade.
Yeah, and look, he's only been sort of place 1 from his 5 fresh-up runs. So it was 2 really good wins last season, but he has paid the penalty for that.
I Can, Paul, he races best down in grade. You've done the speed map for the race. Setanta, we know, and we see he likes to sit back and just charge home late over the top of them. Will be the sufficient pace beyond for him to get into the race?
Yeah, there looks like there is a little bit of pace in the race, so he should be able to get into it, and he has won fresh in the past, Setanta. I Can, the worry for me is the draw. He just doesn't map well. I think he could struggle to get across from barrier number 10.
He's had a couple of minor placings from those draws in the last couple, but I think it's a little tougher here for him. Look, Setanta, he won fresh, albeit it was over 1,200 metres in September of 2022, and he trialled okay, I thought, up at Chungfa, and he did produce a good turn of foot from back in the field last start behind Patch of Theta.
And Mark Newnham has hit the ground running. The trial file here, Tom, we start with Lavero running third, and you're going to make a case for Glorious Journey off the back of this.
Yeah, Glorious Journey's only a one-time winner from his 8 starts. It was at Happy Valley, carrying 135 pounds at the top of Class 4 over Sure Joyful, and I thought his run was there was plenty of merit in it last time out. He covered a fair bit of ground, and he was only beaten a length and 3/4. He never gave it away. This behind Beauty Waves and bottom up together. And Lavero, you can see on the inside, pushing up the inside of the rail there. So his trial was pretty good, Lavero from the Tony Cruz barn. He's got barrier 1, so you'd think he'd get all favours, Paul.
Yeah, he'll go straight to the front. And we know he's a hard horse to get past, Lavero. We've seen in the past they've come from everywhere, and both his wins have been over. He does like the 1650 here.
And I guess does get on very well with him. More trials now, Paul. We start at Chungfa for this one with Helene Warrior in those purple and white colours. He's up outside of Team Happy turning for home. Does he figure in your numbers?
Look, he does on a minor line, Helene Warrior. He can, as Tom said, he can be a little bit fierce in some of his runs, but he's drawn nicely in barrier 5. He's got someone with really soft hands and Hugh Bowman aboard, so he'll get his opportunity. And he did win this trial, and he's from an informed barn already this season in Danny Shum. So, look, he's hard to leave out.
He's still only a 3-year-old Northern Hemisphere bred Irish colt, and look, he's up 12 pounds, so he seems to have come through last season pretty well. Beaten last time out by Chain of Gold, but he did pull in that race as well, so he really does need to learn to settle a bit better.
He does indeed. What is the makeup of your top 4, Paul?
I'm going to go with the horse that I think can lead the race, which is Lavero from barrier number 1. Just stick to the inside. It should be a decent each-way price as well, as will Glorious Journey. Again, I agree with Tom there. I think he's going to run pretty well. His win was good, and he did come from the back, and he should get the pace in the race. Helene Warrior, and I'm going to put a Hamron on. Did win at this fresh up last season as well, so this is the right time to catch him. 3-9-4-1.
I went with 9 Glorious Journey on top. Matthew Poon had 5 rides at Sharton over the weekend for 2 winners, and he rides here for Frankie Law, and liked his recent trial coming into this as well. Glorious Journey with hopefully the pace to suit. Hamron's a horse that does go well first up. He's never missed top 2 from those 2 runs first up in the past, and Luke Ferraris is riding for Francis Loy. Romantic Lau and Helene Warrior. Just would like to see him settle a bit better. His trial was good, but in those early stages of that trial he also did want to pull a bit. So with 9, 1, 2 and 4.
And that is the first part of Racing to Win for the opening meeting at Happy Valley of the season. Break time now. Back to check out race number 8 and the last run reminder right after this. Welcome back to the second episode of Racing to Win for the new Hong Kong season. Of course, twice weekly Racing to Win will be broadcast with the midweek and the weekend meeting. But every meeting, every episode, every show, Paul, we have your last run reminder.
Yeah, we're going pair of 5s here. A horse called Less is More, who really caught the eye, finishing off over the 1,000 metres here at Sharton. He now comes to Happy Valley. His work's been good leading into it. He's trialled well. You can see he was momentarily held up there as well, just lost a little bit of momentum. Once he got going again, though, he hit the line really strongly. And the horse is going really well at the moment, so I think this was sort of the prelude of what we're going to see this season for him, and he wasn't pushed out at all here, so look forward to seeing him on Wednesday night.
Easy as race 5, number 5. Very good last season too with the running numbers, race 1, 2 or 5-5. You make it easy for those out there.
Trying to make it easy for you, Mark. I know you struggle sometimes.
Very much needed. Thank you very much, Paul. That's the last run reminder for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. On to race number 8 we go now. Reward Smile at the top of the book. He's had 1 trial. Sugar. He last raced over the 1,000 metres, prefers the 1,200. Happy Fat Cut won 4 last season. Never Too Soon races well first up. Mega Bonus's best form is in class 4 at the moment. Super Joy and Fun has a tongue tie going on. Ka Ying Cheer has the visor off. And King Excellente, he's the first backer upper of the season because he raced off the standby list at Sharton on Sunday. Bit of pace in this one, Paul.
Sound the bugle. It's the charge of the Light Brigade here with these horses. There's 5 that like to lead here. One for All led in a recent trial. He's drawn the widest of them. K and Chair likes to go forward. Mega Bonus likes to lead. Super Joy and Fun led in both his races here. We know that the Cat likes to get out and lead. Happy Fat Cat, Lucky Archangel to a degree as well. So we could set it up for something at the back here because there's going to be a lot of pace in this race.
Well, the horse getting a good run on that speed map is Super Joy and Fun. Nick out at Sha Tin on Tuesday morning to speak to his jockey, Jerry Chow.
Jerry Chow, Super Joy and Fun is a horse that you know really well. He's making his seasonal reappearance at Happy Valley. Just on the balance of his first season here in Hong Kong, he did a pretty good job, didn't he?
Yeah, this season I feel like he's getting more mature and trial very good the other day in the Sha-Tin Straight, and I'm really happy with his form now, and he got a nice draw. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about that trial because it was the trial under lights, wasn't it? And he sort of, as you say, he came down the straight, but he looked to do it very comfortably. How do you feel he has matured since last season? What signs is he showing you?
He's standing the gate more quiet, and he's jump good, and he's so speed. And after that, he getting settled. And when I asked him to go, he give me more. The first trial of the fitness, he can give me too much, but I think after trial he can improve.
And Jerry, he's always looked like a horse that's sort of going to be a better 4-year-old, maybe even a 5-year-old. Would that be true?
I'm not sure, but he's definitely getting better this season. Yeah.
Having a look at his form, I mean, his last run last season, he was just caught for third on the line behind Packing Hermon. So the form's pretty good with this guy.
Yeah, he's got a good heart, and every race he try to fight. So that's why he always be in front, and hope he can be more settled and follow the pace. It will be better.
And just tell me about the tongue tie, because obviously you work closely with this horse and the Benno Young stable. He's got the tongue tie on. Just tell me how that decision came.
It came for Benno, and sometimes he will try to play with the bit, and maybe it will fix him.
There is Jerry Tom. Happy Valley's been where his best form has been. Another nice field, good draw though, and he'll get a good run.
Yeah, should do, and hopefully the addition of the tongue tie can work well for him. His trial looked good, and gorgeous win was in that trial, and of course he won the other day at Sha Tin in the final event. So I think there's a little bit of form there to work around. He was just no match for Packing Hermod last start.
Yeah, who looks really promising, Packing Hermod. So look, yeah, and he should get a nice run. It's just if he does want to lead or he pulls a bit, because there is going to be a lot of pace in this race.
A regular Wednesday night horse, Paul, and a very consistent Wednesday night horse is Righteous Arian, who resumes out of the Tony Cruz barn. Golden Empire 10th, Lucky Archangel 11th. Righteous Arian going to get the run to suit this week.
I think he will. I mean, he's a horse that needs luck. He's only won 3 times. It's because he needs the pace on. But this is a race where he's, he is definitely going to get the pace on. He's sort of reasonably high up in the ratings, but with his running style, he runs on really strongly all the time. So he might be the forgotten horse in this.
And he got right under the arches last time out too, didn't he? He's dropped 14 pounds over the off-season, kept on pretty well in his most recent trial. He ran 6th there, and it was a big run from him last time out. So all that pace could very well suit him down to the ground.
And we keep on the pace theme now, Tom, because Ka Ying Cheer is always up on the speed race as well. First up, 2 starts for a first and a second, and has the services of one Zach Purton.
We're on the A course, barrier 9, so it's the kindest of the A course, or the 1200 metre starts, the A course, but that just did worry me a little bit. The trial, he was asked for a decent enough effort over the final stages here. He's actually had 2 trials leading into this, and last start he was caught 3 wide, no cover up on the pace. The trial where I mentioned he had a decent hit out was the trial 2 trials ago, where he was really punched out.
Yeah, he was, definitely. So, look, he looks pretty well ready. It's just, again, with the pace in the race. But he goes well fresh. He's got Zach Purton aboard, so yeah, he's going to go in for me.
The other horse in that trial, Reward Smile, has also won in a first-up condition in the past. Mark Newnham has trialled plenty of his horses twice before their hit-outs to start their first runs for the new campaign, Paul, and One for All is also one of them. Yeah,
and he trialled him really well here. He ended up winning this trial. Again, the problem for me is he's barrier 10. He's got the light weight, which is positive, but he's got barrier 10 with all this pace underneath him.
Yeah, he does, and it looks a little tricky. You can see in this trial he's beaten Harold Wind, Solid Wind, a few others there as well. Chateau Neuf, who goes all right. So the trial looked pretty good, and Mark Newnham's definitely hit the ground running, hasn't he?
He certainly has. As we move on, Tom, to Mega Bonus and also Sugar Sugar. Mega Bonus, his best form is down a grade. Sugar Sugar, 1,000 metres, not really his go last time, made some ground, but He loves the 1200 round the valley, this horse.
He certainly does, and he has got Alice Wong riding here. He's only beaten 2.5 last time out. Not a lot of pressure put on him in this trial here behind Superb Capitalist. And mega bonus there on the inside. Mark mentioned the grade, Paul, 0 from 5 in the grade. That's a telling factor. But look, he had 3 wins last season, so he did a good job.
He did a really good job. Again, he likes to lead as well, so there's plenty of pace. Sugar, look, he comes into the race quite well with that claim now. He'll be below his winning rating.
One horse we haven't talked about, Paul, is Happy Fat Cat. Won 4 last season, did a great job, but geez, trial was average.
Yeah, it was, and he can be a little bit hit and miss on the day as well. We've seen him miss the start on a couple of occasions. Again, there's lots of pace in this race, so look, I'm happy to watch him get around the Cat.
Go back 3 and 4 starts ago, he was terrible out of the gates, and that trial mark was pretty ho-hum, all right.
He was indeed. So that's Happy Fat Cat. We've spoken about most of the runners in race number 8. Paul, which one do you like the best?
Just the way the race is going to be run to suit, I'm going to go with Righteous Arian. Hopefully we'll get a double-figure price about him as well. Look, he's pretty high up. He's on his highest mark because he did win 3 starts ago. Backed it up with a couple of really good placings, though. He's drawn barrier 4, but he'll get back, and you just look for him late. Sugar with that claim, he looks quite well placed as well. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 3, and he'll sit off the pace. Of the ones in front, Super Joy and Fun should get a lovely run, and Kaying Chair should be right there as well. So, and he's a horse that does really go well fresh. But look, I think it's quite an open race, so I'm looking for an each way price about something, and that's why I've gone with number 9, Righteous Arian, 9-2-8-10.
Went with the 8-9 Quinella here with number 8, though Super Joy and Fun, the tongue tie going on. He's about the same body weight he was last season. Be interested to see if he's strengthened up or not. He's coming out of his 3-year-old year. Did a good job at a 3-year-old as well, and here he is off a handy trial. Righteous Arian is in. He could get certainly things to suit. And then a couple of horses that will need a bit of luck. Kaying Chair will spare forward from barrier 9, and so too One for All from barrier 10. So hopefully they don't go too hard up front for their chances, Lyle Hewitts and Zach Purton. 8, 9, 12 and 10.
That is race number 8 previewed, as has race 7 been done on the show. You can find all the races, however, with Paul's selections on the website hkjc.com. It's time for the best bets, the long shots and the play. Tom set the bar high, Paul, with a long shot winner on the weekend.
He did. I like this one. He should be a bit of a price too, as my best, his double win. He stepped up to 16.50. Here you can see him coming really nicely, and he just got beaten by a horse called Northern Beast, who was really well punted this night, absolutely backed off the boards. So these two went clear. He just got beaten by the barest of margins right on the post. I think even though from barrier 12 he should be able to get across and sit there, and I think the 16.50 at Happy Valley is the key for him. The value Righteous Arian, we talked about him, he's going to get back. He's going to be running on really strongly at the end. So hopefully we get a really good each way price about him. In the play, we'll do it in one of the other races we previewed, Lavero, who should lead with Helene Warrior and Glorious Journey, the 3 of those in the QQP.
Best bet is less is more. Race 5, number 5 for Frankie Law and Andrea Atzini. This was his last run at the back end of last season here. Behind Chevelle Valiant, who ran well at the weekend. Metro Warrior in this race as well. Colourful winner. The horse in the gold that's just in front of him there is Dragon Air Force, who trialled quite well on Tuesday morning at Sharton. But he had just nowhere to go over the final stages. Less is more, so certainly a watch on him for Wednesday night. Valley Race 7, number 9, Glorious Journey. Worked like a Trojan last time out and stayed on. He's a one-time winner from his 8 starts, and the play in race 5. Mark Comet, consistent. Sergeant Pepper's trialled well, and less is more.
The best bet is race 2, number 3, Scotch Tycoon. Couple of nice trials, and Mark Newnham had a good day at Shartin on Sunday. Never Too Soon races well first up, and he's going to get a great run from barrier number 1 in race number 8. And the play of the day, race 2, a QQP, Scotch Tycoon, Sight Happy and Cosmo Navigator, 3, 5 and 8 in race number 2. The diary, it goes Happy Valley, Shartin and Happy Valley, Tom, with the scene in the background of Shartin, 12:30 from Sunday.
Yeah, packing bowl 2 we look forward to for Danny Schumann. The racecourse Whisper, Paul, is Magic Control lining up down the straight.
Yeah, it was a good trial from him. There's a lot of last start winners running around as well on Sunday.
All right, you can preview that show later in the week. That has been Racing to Win for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Thank you to the boys. Thank you to you as well. And good luck if you're at Happy Valley on Wednesday night for the first at 7:10.